Just as the hairs on our heads are seated at the top, and every one of them has a space at the top, there is a space for us all at the topmost top in life and destiny. Excellence is to be a top dweller, an achiever, high flyer, pace setter, and trailblazers. This is who God has created us all to be. None of us is a nobody. We were all created to be somebody. None of us is good for nothing fellow. We are all good for something spectacular. We are all endowed with different and specific capacities and gifts, that is our intelligence, which are the pathway to our enthronement. None of us should be stuck like worms to the low places of the earth. We are qualified for a life of distinction and excellence. Remember, we are in partnership with the Most High God because we are made in His image and after His likeness. That means we share specific enabling power that is available to God Himself. There are specific divine nature coded in our genes. This is what we termed intelligence, which is given to all men as vehicle to ride to the place of excellence and distinction. Why some types of intelligence are generally more recognized and sometimes even more valued? The reality is that no one type of intelligence is better than another. Instead, it is more important to know what type of intelligence you have. This can help you to maximize your inherent advantages and highlight an area where you may need to exercise some extra grit to succeed. The word intelligence often conjures up images of maths and science or IQ tests and complicated logarithms. People who are taught to have high intelligence are valued and often considered a cut above the rest. What is intelligence? And is there only one kind of smarts? What if you are useless at maths but brilliant in languages? Does that make you unintelligent? Or do you just need a different way of framing things when you're studying? Is success reserved for only some types of person with specific intelligences? These are the very questions that Harvard psychologist Howard Gardner addressed in his 1983 book, Frames of the Mind, The Theory of Multiple Intelligences. Here, Gardner explains that all human beings do not possess the same kind of intellectual capacity. Rather, intelligence varies from one person to another, which means there are many kinds of intelligences. For instance, a person can be bodily, kinesthetic, body smart, but terrible with languages. In this book, Gardner argues that traditional psychometric views of measuring intelligence are too narrow and that they can't possibly capture all the abilities and talents people possess. It states further that it could be incomplete to judge someone's intelligence by one or two factors alone. Instead, to help us understand ourselves better, Gardner explains the 9 types of intelligences with examples. Let's begin to look at these 9 important intelligences one by one, and actually how to also maximize them to excel in every area of life and destiny. First, the naturalist intelligence, that is nature smart. Musical intelligence, sound smart. Logical mathematical intelligence, that is number and reasoning smart. Existential intelligence, that is life smart. Interpersonal intelligence, that is people smart. Bodily kinesthetic intelligence, that is body smart. Linguistic intelligence, that is word smart. Intrapersonal intelligence, that is self smart. Spatial intelligence, that is picture smart. Now let's begin with the first, naturalistic intelligence, that is nature smart. Have you noticed how some people can make anything grow? It's as if they have a green thumb. Others connect with animals easily, and some are completely at home in nature. Naturalistic intelligence describes people who are sensitive to the natural world. They enjoy being outside, nurturing and exploring the environment. People with high naturalistic intelligence are sensitive to subtle changes in nature and the environment around them. This ability was clearly of value in our evolutionary past as hunters, gatherers, and farmers. It continues to be the central in such role as botanist or as a chef. Appreciating nature is the first step to a naturalistic career. Transforming your appreciation into understanding can help you secure a position in your desired field of study, while a degree may be necessary for specific professions. Dedication to continual learning can lead you to more fulfilling work. The second on the list, musical intelligence, that is sound smart. Musical intelligence is the capacity to discern pitch, rhymes, timbre, and tone. This intelligence enables us to recognize, to create, to reproduce, and reflect on music, as demonstrated by composers, conductors, musicians, vocalists, and sensitive listeners. Interestingly, there is often an affirmative connection between music and the emotions, and mathematically and musical intelligences may share common thinking processes. More often than not, they play an instrument or are involved in music as a profession. The third on the list, logical mathematical intelligence, also known as number reasoning smart. Logical mathematical intelligence is the ability to calculate, quantify, consider propositions and hypotheses, and carry out complete mathematical operations. It enables us to perceive relationships and connections and to use abstract symbolic thoughts, sequential reasoning skills, and inductive and deductive thinking patterns. Logical intelligence is usually well developed in mathematicians, scientists, and detectives. Young adults with a lot of logical intelligence are interested in patterns, categories, and relationships. They are drawn to arithmetic problems, strategic games, and experiments. Having mathematical logical intelligence allows you to provide your analytical skills to a wide range of careers. A degree program in your chosen field will help you obtain a variety of essential skills. The ability to analyze and solve a variety of problems is a necessary quality, and employers value the ability to complete job-specific tasks at a high level. Number 4, existential intelligence, that is life smart. Why many of us are happy with going about our lives day by day? People with high levels of existential intelligence often think more deeply about daily occurrences in life. They have the sensitivity and capacity to tackle deep questions about human existence, such as the meaning of life. Why are we here? Where are we going after death? Why do we die? How do we get here? They are often deeply philosophical thinkers, and they have the capacity to look for answers to questions that are bigger than themselves. Existential intelligence is often called spiritual or moral intelligence. Existential intelligence is a unique attribute that only a very few possess. While few careers rely solely on existential qualities, it is these qualities that can transform an average employee into a leader. Leadership roles commonly rely on the leader's ability to envision, to project into the future, and maintain a long-term outlook. The ability to understand and inspire a team with big ideas is essential to operating a successful business venture. Number 5, interpersonal intelligence, that is, people smart. Interpersonal intelligence is the ability to understand and interact effectively with other people. It involves effective verbal and non-verbal communication, the ability to note distinctions among others, sensitivity to the moods of others, to understand and analyze the temperament of other people, and the ability to entertain multiple perspectives concerning any issue. Teachers, social workers, actors, and politicians all exhibit interpersonal intelligence. Young adults with this kind of intelligence are leaders among their peers and are always good at communicating and seems to understand others' feelings and motives. While some careers may require a degree in your chosen field, others are based almost entirely on how you interact with people. Whether or not a degree is required, the ability to connect with and understand people often leads to pay rises and more rewarding positions in any given organization. Employers value those who can create positive relationships with their clients and resolve conflict quickly, effectively, and efficiently. Number 6, bodily kinesthetic intelligence, that is body smart. People high in bodily kinesthetic intelligence have an excellent sense of timing and a great mind-body coordination, as well as fine and gross motor skills. They are able to use their bodies to convey feelings and ideas, and as a result, they often take up roles in dance, sports, or medical field. They use their bodies to solve problems and create something meaningful. Athletes, dancers, surgeons, and craftspeople exhibit well-developed bodily kinesthetic intelligence. Number 7, linguistic or verbal intelligence. This is a talent with words and languages, and we call them word smart. Linguistic intelligence is the ability to think in words and to use effective language to express and appreciate complex meaning. Linguistic intelligence allows us to understand the order and meaning of words and to apply mental linguistic skills to reflect on our use of language. Linguistic intelligence is the most widely shared human competence and is evident in poets, novelists, journalists, and effective public speakers. Young adults with this kind of intelligence enjoy writing, reading, storytelling, or doing crossword puzzles. People with high linguistic intelligence are very good at putting their feelings and thought into words in order to make others understand them. Number 8, intrapersonal intelligence, self-smart. Do you understand your thoughts? Do you understand your feelings? Do you really understand your emotions? And are you able to use this understanding in your everyday life? Intrapersonal intelligence is the capacity to understand oneself and one's thoughts and one's feeling, and to use such knowledge in planning and directioning one's life. Intrapersonal intelligence involves not only an appreciation of the self, but also of the human condition in general. It is evident in psychologists, spiritual leaders, and philosophers. Possessing intrapersonal intelligence is beneficial to every career path. Those who possess intrapersonal qualities are more likely to advance in their careers because they understand their motivations and can independently act on them accordingly. Number 9, which is the last but not the least of all the intelligences, spatial intelligence, that is picture smart. Spatial intelligence is defined as the ability to consider things in 3 dimensions. People with high spatial intelligence are generally very creative and usually have a vivid imagination, high artistic ability, and excellent spatial reasoning. These people are often referred to as picture smart and can be found in professions such as architecture, design, and map reading. In conclusion, to attain excellence in life, one has to identify his area of intelligence, but that is not enough. One must endeavor to develop it. Everybody is naturally endowed with a skill or an intelligence, but it's the degree of our refinement of each that determines your ultimate success in life and destiny. Excellence is a quality that people really appreciate. Why? Because most of the times it's very difficult to find. What exactly is excellence? Excellence is the quality of excelling. Excellence, it's being truly the best at something. Excellence is the competent ability to do things well. Excellence is to be exceptionally good. If you know what you are good at and you work at it, you will become as great or even greater than anyone you ever envy in life. No man is good for nothing, and no man is good at everything. But everybody is good at something. You may not be a good mathematician, but you are a good singer. You may not be a good public speaker, but you are the best striker, just to mention a few. For instance, Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not the president of any nation. It's not a senator in the Senate. It's neither Michael Jackson, the moonwalker, or William Shakespeare. But he discovered his own intelligence and worked on it until perfection. And today, when a score goes, city shakers, world movers, presidents of nations, big business persons, all stand in ovation to celebrate this great man when a score goes. One thing to remember is that it's never enough to know what you are good at. If you don't develop yourself in your area of intelligence, you might not excel in life or destiny. So there is need for you to discover what you can do and to work towards its perfection and succeed. and the success you ever waited for, the riches, the honor, the applause, the influence, the fame, the accolades will come to you automatically. Carol Dweck's growth mindset theory in her book, Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, states that when we look at skills and abilities as changeable through hard work and practice, we are able to change those abilities. This is tagged and termed a growth mindset. However, when we think that our skills and abilities are innate, it is less likely that we will ever desire to improve on them. Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences runs the risk of tricking an individual into thinking that our skills and abilities are inborn and that efforts and dedication won't have much of an impact, which is grossly untrue. The analysis of these two great minds is beneficial, but the reality remains that a man who trains and develops in his area of intelligence will be far better than someone who is learning to acquire an intelligence or skill that is not inherent. For example, a footballer or a dancer that trains for the same hour under the same tutor will possibly learn quicker, easier, and do better, excelling far above the one trying to just inculcate the skill. I believe that with these few points, you'll be convinced that there is no man that is good for nothing. Everybody is good for something. But once you discover your intelligence, work at it until the best of you emerge. See you at the topmost top. You are born to excel. God bless you.